about 100 feet of magical garden hose that you can't kink, you can't crush, you can't take a thorn from a rose bush, or you can't do whatever this demonstration is. That's from medieval times, so I'm not quite sure what that is. But good luck trying to crush this. So everyone is absolutely loving the Belmont garden hose. This is one day only, $30 off the retail regular HSN price. We are also doing lots of flex pay, for flex pay, so it's under $15 to get home. You may not take some sort of, I don't know what kind of saw that was to it, but it will last year after year. And we do have colors, but I know some of them are already sold out. So it has an attachment at the end, and that's where the color is. So the blue is available, the red is available, the teal is available. 250 left in green is probably gonna sell out in this airing, and purple is already sold out. So we do have black. So 250 left in the green. If you want green, as the end of the hose, you are able to get it in this presentation. So Lorna Coe is our special guest. Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. How do you do? Meeting on TV here.
Yeah.
Because I watched you at midnight, and I said, you know, our hose, like when we try to unravel it, unwind it, it is not as free and easy as this hose.
Absolutely not. Helen, what we've done at Belmont Garden is a family-run company, small business. We have reinvented the garden hose by taking away all the problems, the punctures, the cracking, the tearing, the kinking, the knots, by creating a stainless steel garden hose. Feel the weight of that. It is strong, it is flexible.
That is so lightweight.
It's so lightweight, it's crazy, and it's 100 feet of pure garden hose like no other. And I just want to start by saying the problems with the old hoses, there's so many. First of all, the rubber hoses, they kink, they crack, and once you've got a kink in, I was saying earlier, it's like an elephant. These hoses never forget. Once you've got that kink, it's gonna stop the water flow. Leave them out in the sun, they crack. Leave them out in the cold, they crack. Run them over with a lawnmower, they split. And then you get the fabric hoses. They look great, they're lightweight and flexible, but they pop and they tear and they rip. So what we wanted to do was create a hose like no other. This is a patented design, and all it is stainless steel, 100 feet. And what it's gonna do is revolutionize the way you use your hose. And if you know someone with dexterity issues or arthritis, look how easy this is to coil up. But Helen, we mentioned no kinks. I want to show you the ultimate no kink demonstration.
Okay, I'm ready.
So will you help me with this one?
Oh my gosh.
So we have taken one of the Belmont metal garden hoses, and we have tied it into 62 knots. And you might think, why on earth would you tie it into all these knots? There's a reason. Other hoses out there say, we're kink-free, we're kink-proof. So we thought, actually, we truly are kink-proof, kink-free. Watch this, even with 62 knots, I'm gonna turn it on. Are you kidding me? No loss of pressure. That's a high-power jet spray coming out right there. But if you watch, the nozzle comes with it, Helen, as well. Look at that beautiful color-coordinated nozzle. I can turn it to a fine mist. And
Lorna, that's the word I couldn't think of. I kept calling it the end of the hose. Nozzle. I knew there was like a real word for it. How on earth is it going through? This is like an amusement park twister.
It is. Oh, and we thought, is that thunder? I don't know.
I think that might have been thunder. We'll see.
So we wanted to show you with that demonstration how it cannot kink. Now I'm actually making it go on the floor like this so you can see how flexible it is, and how if you get this home in your yard, you can actually do things around the house, around the car, around the fence post, because it is so flexible. But we've shown it's flexible. We've shown it's lightweight. Now we're gonna get into the heavy stuff. I actually have to wear gloves for this, for safety, because what we've done is put the metal garden hose through a bit of a challenge, Helen.
Okay.
So, this fence post is to show what you can get in your garden. Is it a rose bush with those thorns? Is it a fence post with that one nail that sticks out that maybe got all your other garden hoses? Is it that, I don't know, metal rusty gate, and it looks a bit like this, and you've had a fabric hose, pop, and it goes. So first of all, let's do it on the post of death. But that's not all. We
This is
haven't
like a
got the
medieval
post.
show today, Laura.
It is. So we wanted to put the hose to the ultimate challenge.
Right.
Post of death, now the jaws of death. So if you tried this with a green hose, a fabric hose, immediately it would pop. Are you ready? This is so strong, so robust, it starts pushing the nails out of the jaws of death. That's going to show you when you get this home, whatever you throw at it, it can handle. But you've just seen this very hose, post of death, jaws of death. Now watch. You might think, oh, it's going to lose pressure. Are you ready? Look at that.
Okay, there it is.
Listen to that sound. And it goes all the way down to this fine mist. And again, just 2 fingers, and I can control it like that. I love this nozzle. This nozzle for me is one of my favorite things about the hose.
And by the way, this is 100 feet. You know, when you go to like a hardware store or something, or home improvement, there's like, do you want the 20 foot, the 30 foot?
50,
now the 100 foot, that's like our big one. That's gonna be blah, 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 blah. We're doing the 100 foot hose. Because why not have that one hose that's gonna go all the way around the house, right, Lorna?
Absolutely. And with this is taking the old style of the garden hose and turning it into the future hose that everyone's gonna be using. Because look at this, imagine with those heavy rubber hoses, winding it up on a reel at the end of the day. Helen, how many times have you done that, and how hard is that?
I did that about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We were trying to water the tomato plants and it got caught. And by the way, have you ever played the game Find the Kink?
Yeah.
Because the kink is never like obvious, right?
Yeah.
It's like all the kids, everybody run and find the kink in the hose. It's somewhere. It's somewhere in the hose, right?
Absolutely. And what we're doing here, not only is there no kinks, I have just attached 2 together. You can add 2, 3, 4, 5 together if you like. Now this is all on a standard hose reel. Now instead of having one of those cumbersome heavy rubber hoses that you can never put away, this is actually making putting the hose away a fun job to do. And I never thought I'd say fun and garden hose in the same sentence.
And you can marry 2 of them together if you want to have, if you've got like a big estate or something.
And also the ends have a standard fitting. So if you've got your favorite sprinkler, your favorite nozzle, even though it comes with a nozzle, you can add your own attachments onto it. And watch this.
Can I use it in my pressure washer?
It can feed a pressure washer with no problem. This is 200 feet of hose. Look at this. This is how light it is, okay? I'm not that strong, but I can lift 200 feet of hose.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That is crazy.
And
yeah, oh, that's not that. And I can't believe how not heavy the hose is.
I know, and we say, don't get kinky, get slinky, okay? So don't worry about those kinks. Don't worry about it stopping because of the kink. Don't worry about it cracking or puncturing or tearing. This hose is so flexible, so lightweight, it will revolutionize your watering and all your other needs with a hose pipe. But you may say, oh, but I've seen other hoses out there like this. This is a hose like no other. You may see the rivals, and Helen, we say in England, all that glitters isn't gold, which means you may see another shiny one and think, must be the same.
Right.
See them online, you see them in big stores.
Right.
No, ours is 304 grade stainless steel. That means it's not gonna rust, it's not gonna corrode. You can leave it out in the rain, the snow. Look at the competitor hoses.
So in the winter, I don't have to bring it in?
Leave it out there, enjoy it, just don't even worry about it. This is the difference with the Belmont garden hose versus the competitor hoses. And Helen, ours stays cool to the touch, cooler than other garden hoses. Because
we're showing the UV resistant, the corrosion in the video.
Off. Yeah, and then leave it out in the sun, leave it out in the rain, rust proof. And this is what happens. The sun comes down and then it bounces off, leaving it cooler to the touch than most other garden hoses. It really is a revolution in hose pipes. I'm so excited about it. And then I want to show you here, again, you've seen other shiny ones out there, you think they're all the same. This is a competitor hose. It looks the same at face value. What we've done is put it to a flow test. Let's see the pressure you get from the metal garden hose by Belmont versus a competitor hose. Now, Helen, watch. Imagine you're standing by your car. You want to fill up your bucket to wash the car. You're waiting all day for the other hose. Watch what happens with the Belmont garden hose, look how much quicker.
So the quality of a hose can change the pressure?
Absolutely. We've got a big, big diameter, so our hose has a much bigger flow. So we say no more hose woes, because you don't have to worry. Look at this. Look at the speed that you can wash down the decking. You can clean the car, clean the dog, clean the kids. Look at this. And that shows you the difference when you get the Belmont 100-foot metal garden hose.
You're right. When you just look at them, it looks the same, but they're completely different function. And you're saying the diameter inside is bigger, so you're getting a bigger volume of water, and you're going to fill up your buckets faster.
Absolutely. There is such a difference with this hose. It's a patented design. And I very quickly want to show you the nozzle you get. We're all familiar with this kind of nozzle. They're a gun style, and you have to keep pulling that trigger, and you can get really painful hands. With our nozzle, it's a twist on, twist off with 2 fingers only. And you saw earlier the jet spray to a fine mist. Look at that glinting in the sunshine. You can see there, it is such a dream to use this nozzle. And again, I just want to show you the knot demonstration, because people can't believe that you can have a hose that is truly kink-free like this. So if you don't mind giving me a hand, we've got 62 knots in this 100-foot hose, but we've done it for a reason. It wasn't for fun. I hurt my shoulder, but
I've got some updates. So if you want the green, I only've got 200 left. I know we've already sold out of the purple. I'll kind of run over here. Purple is gone, 200 in green. So last call in green. Teal, red, we've got the blue, and of course black is available. And I know we have a phone call. Dan, who's calling? Okay, we're gonna go to Michigan and welcome Kathy into the show. Hi, Kathy, you're on live. My name is Helen, and this is Lorna.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
We're good. Now, what made you just order this today's special?
Well, it sounds really good. It sounds like it's lightweight, and I'm getting a little older, and it's hard to carry those heavy rubber hoses.
Right.
And I have a question about that. It said about the UVs. Does that mean that it's going to be cool to the touch?
Absolutely.
That is a great question.
Yeah,
I love that question. So Lorna.
And you've hit the nail on the head. We're just seeing the nails now actually hitting the metal garden hose and not affecting it, but you've hit the nail on the head. The sun bounces off the stainless steel, leaving it cooler to the touch than other hoses. It's actually bouncing that sunshine off it, whereas green rubber hoses, other hoses absorb the sunlight.
Because even the green hoses can be really
hot. With this, do not worry. It bounces off those sun rays, leaving it cooler to the touch, so you can use it summer, winter, all year round.
You know, Kathy, I feel like we should have added that fact to all the presentations, and we will moving forward. That was an amazing question. I would have thought of that. But you know, you look at it, something metal outside, you think, I'm gonna touch it. It's gonna be like a pan on a stove, but it's cool to the touch. Great question. Thank you for calling, Kathy. That's a great question.
That's a great question. And I just want to show to Kathy, don't worry if you put a knot in it by accident, or like us, 62 knots, not by accident. Because even if you pull those knots, unlike other hoses that say they're kink-free, don't worry. This truly is kink-free. And you can see there, the high-pressure jet all the way down to a gentle spray. It is not affected by those knots at all.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you undo one of the knots, does it have a kink in it, or does it go back to the way it was?
That's a great question. It just goes back right the way it was. So, Helen, with this hose, it is literally reinventing the garden hose that so many of us have used for decades in our gardens. And we didn't know any better, any alternative. What we've got now is a lightweight, flexible, yet strong, tough, and durable hose. What other hose could you do this with? And what this means is, when you get it home, if you're working around your car, your RV, if you have it on a boat, if you're going around the fence post, you don't have to worry. It is flexible and lightweight. But we also have a bit of a secret part. So we have that nozzle we've just seen, amazing. You just twist it on and off with your fingers. You've got the billet aluminum connectors, high quality connectors. Hidden inside our metal garden hose is a power coupler. What does that mean? That means if you're in your yard or garden and you have put it on your spigot or your tap, you walk away and you don't realize you've pulled it, watch what happens. Bang! If you don't have our version, other metal hoses pull off at the tap. Thanks to our patented power coupler, you can go around a corner. You can yank, tug, pull on it all you like. It's going nowhere. This is the difference with the Belmont garden hose. It is a hose like no other, and you get 100 foot of hose.
100, yeah, and I was gonna say there are different lengths of hose that you can, you go into like a home improvement store. 100 feet would be the, the most expensive, the biggest. We're doing that as a Today Special. We're just jumping in and giving you the best. This might be the last hose that you ever buy, and with our FlexPay, it's under $15.
I know.
So if you're like me, you've started planting, we got our little tomatoes growing, and you go to water it, and if your hose is like kinking, you're yanking at it, you're like, oh, another year of this. And our last caller too, Lorna, was saying how heavy it is. She's getting a little older, dragging those heavy hoses around. So lightweight. Do you actually know the weight of a
15 pounds. I don't know the weight. So ours is so lightweight. Rubber hoses,
so
I dread to
lightweight.
think. I mean, this is our post of death, we've called it, just to show you an extreme.
Did you bring this from the Tower of London? Did that come right over? Okay.
We had inspiration.
We had inspiration, okay.
What we did was put this together to show you, not only is the hose lightweight and flexible, in your yard, if you've got some barbed wire or a rusty screw sticking out a fence post, that metal gate that's been hanging off its hinges that your other hoses have been destroyed by, this can take the pressure. But don't just think on the post of death. Don't forget, we have the jaws of death. So we want to say, if you've got your metal hose, don't worry. You can give it some welly. You can batter it. You can attack it. It will push the nails out because it's stronger than the actual bed of nails. And again, we've just seen this very hose, post of death, jaws of death.
Can I say something else?
Yeah.
This is in the bright Florida sun. Yeah. Cool as a cucumber.
Great
do you
point.
see the sun like shining on it right here? Because it's been here for all day, and because that was a great point by the caller.
Kathy made that point. Do you know, this is true. This has been in sun. Look, I can touch this. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
That's such a great point.
But it's cool.
That is such a great point.
It's not even warm like the table.
No, exactly. Yeah, the table
is actually warmer than the hose.
I'm actually a lot hotter than the hose.
I was going to say, I'm hot too.
And we've just seen it going through post of death.
You can just turn that hose on me. It's my last hour, so you can just hose me down.
I'm very tempted.
Yeah.
And I want to show you, look at this. It is not losing any pressure, any water flow, and then just with my two fingers. And you remember, Helen, Mother's Day is coming up the 12th of May. Father's Day is coming up on the 16th of June. You may have a parent who loves doing their gardening. They love doing the yard, watering the lawn, the flowers and the roses. But the trouble is, they can't deal with those heavy, rubber, cumbersome hoses, which are really difficult to deal with. And as I mentioned, if you have a hose and it gets these kinks, it has a memory like my mother. They never forget. So this is just gonna make sure the pressure goes, you're not gonna have any flow, and that hose is useless. And half the time, if you leave them out in the sun, they will crack and split. And in the winter, they will freeze and split. With the Belmont Metal Garden Hose, no more hose
Can you
woes.
tell everybody about the brand Belmont? Because it's a newer brand for me and some of our customers, and I want, to kind of give us a little history.
So they're based in California, they're a family-run business, and they're a long line of inventors. So John Yicer owns a company, and he's an inventor, and his daughter, Aubrey Yicer, came up with this idea of a metal garden hose. And at first everyone was saying, oh, will it get cool, hot to the touch?
Right.
And we found no, the opposite. It stays cooler to the touch. And then it's like, my goodness, it's flexible, it's lightweight, it's durable, it's tough. This is the future of garden hoses. And we are so thrilled with this product, and especially to be able to give you 100 foot. And if you look at this, I'm reeling up. I've connected two together here, you can do that. On a single reel, 200 foot of hose on one reel, and instead of fighting the hose and the hose fighting you, you don't have to worry, and you can connect it to your favorite sprinklers, other nozzles.
And pressure washer.
Feed it into pressure washers, and usually putting away the hose is a challenge. Getting the hose out again is a challenge. Look at this. If I want to get my hose out, I don't have to worry anymore.
Look at that.
Because it just
it's not caught up and tangled up.
No, it is such a dream to use. It really is.
Okay, I want to do an update with colors because I've got a update. Now, the purple's already sold out, but we were limited in the green. There's only 90 orders left. Okay, so it's 6:20 p.m. over here on the East Coast. The special ends at midnight, but this will probably be the last time you'll see green available. And then teal is available. If it's by the pool, that might be a nice choice, nice color. Here's the red. This is the deep navy blue. And then we also have black available. But if you want the green, 90 orders left. And remember, it's under $15 to get home. And take a look at the hose you have. If you've got a common garden hose, it might not have made it through this winter, and this winter here was not easy. There was the freezing and the thawing. What about this hose when it freezes and thaws and refreezes and rains?
Helen, great question. You can leave it out all year long in your yard. Wind, snow, rain, hail, you name it, it can handle it. What we're seeing here is how flexible and lightweight it is, how extremely durable it can be. And it is such a dream to just store away 100 feet. You can put it in a bucket. Look at this, that rusty gate, no problem. Pair of scissors, no issues. You can see it is tough, even a grinder. I mean, we don't recommend you do this at home.
I was gonna say, I don't know what that is, but I don't want one.
And the pressure isn't affected because it truly is kink-free. And as you said, make this the last hose you need to buy. Just choose a color.
We've got another phone call from a new customer. Gary in Michigan is calling in. Hi, Gary, you're on live with Lorna, and my name is Helen. Welcome to the show.
Thank you much.
So you just picked this up for your family, for yourself?
Yes, for my family.
And tell me, what was it about this that you said, Gary, I'm going to give this a try?
Well, one of my family members had purchased a hose similar to this on another shopping network just last week, and it was only 50 feet long and $10 cheaper. And I said, well, this is a much better buy with being 100 foot long.
Well, thank you for being a comparison shopper for us. I'm glad you said that and I didn't have to. It's twice as long as that other hose that your family member got. And that's what I said, 100 feet. Usually when you go to the home improvement stores, there's like 20, 50 feet. 100 feet is like, you know, that is, and it's gonna be twice as much. So basically, it's kind of the price of like a, you know, a smaller hose, but you're gonna love this.
Absolutely,
So
Gary.
I'm so excited to send this home to you, Gary. And then you can be like, hey, look, what a good shopper I am. You know, because women, we brag to each other what good shoppers we are. Look at the deal I got. So call us back when you get the hose, Gary, and tell us how you like it, okay? So there are other brands, because Gary bought a different brand, half the size.
Half the size. Great point. I want to point out very quickly the differences. As is 304 premium grade stainless steel, rust and corrosion resistant. Competitor metal hoses look shiny at first. After a few weeks in the rain, they rust. This is one of the differences. And then very quickly, the actual flow from our Belmont metal garden hose.
All right, can I jump in? I have an update. Green is now sold out.
Okay.
So purple sold out, green sold out. Teal will be the next to sell out. So I have teal, red, blue, and black. Teal will be the next to sell out.
I love the teal. For
I love it.
spring
Me
and
too.
summer,
You know what? I hope there's a teal left. I want to get it by my pool because it's like perfect color for outside. Yeah.
And really quickly, this is a competitor hose. This is our hose. Let's look at the difference in flow. They look shiny. They look the same. Now, imagine you're standing there with your bucket waiting to get it filled. Look how much quicker it is with the Belmont patented metal garden hose. It is so much faster because that flow and that pressure are there. This is the quality deluxe metal garden hose, the original invented by Aubrey Yeiser. And when you get this home and you try it, A, it's 100 foot, you can't believe it. B, it is lightweight, flexible, and then C, it is strong, it is durable, it can go through our torture track. Look at this. This is what you're gonna get at home and enjoy this spring and summer.
Yeah, I've seen like people like wrestling with their garden hoses. Like it's a wrestling match, you know, because it's so heavy and they're trying to get the knots out and it's like all over.
And find the kink.
And find the kink. And then they play the game Find the Kink, which is where is it? It's not working, somewhere there's a problem. And then it's usually like under this and under that. You know what? You're fantastic. I hope we do more shows together because you have great demonstrations and you explain everything so great.
Thank you.
So we've got a couple sellouts of colors, but teal